If you're in the USA or the UK right now, stop scrolling because what you're about to read is not just another story. It's a pulse-pounding ride into a world where money is power, love is currency, and betrayal can cost more than your life. So before we dive in, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss a single twist in this saga of greed, passion, and deception, a tale that might just make you question everything you thought you knew about success, loyalty, and the price of desire, because this is #MoneyLove. And it begins with a man named Daniel Cross who thought he had it all until one late evening in New York City when the glow of Wall Street towers reflected off his penthouse window and reminded him that the world loved him only because he had money, and that money had built walls around his heart so high that even he couldn't see over them anymore. But what Daniel didn't know was that tonight, everything was about to change, because somewhere across the Atlantic in London, a woman named Amelia Hart was staring at her cracked phone screen, scrolling through the hashtags of a life she couldn't afford, and she stumbled across one in particular, #MoneyLove, that led her straight into Daniel's world before either of them had the faintest idea their fates were about to collide, and collide hard. Daniel Cross thought that after meeting Amelia Hart his life would settle into something resembling balance, but balance was never in the cards when the currency at stake wasn't just dollars or pounds but hearts, loyalties, and secrets wrapped so tightly that every moment threatened to unravel them. And so when Amelia landed in New York under the pretense of a charity internship that Daniel himself had quietly arranged, she had no idea that every move she made was being monitored by his head of security, a sharp-eyed ex-MI6 operative named Carter who trusted no one and had already compiled a dossier on Amelia's past, from her student debts in London to her late-night bartending shifts to the strange fact that 6 months earlier she had been briefly questioned in connection with a money-laundering scheme that tied back to a shell company in the Cayman Islands. A detail Amelia swore she knew nothing about but which Daniel couldn't shake from his mind, and yet every time he looked at her, every time her laughter cut through the sterile air of his glass-walled office, he felt something more dangerous than suspicion. He felt the terrifying possibility of love, and love in Daniel's world was a liability, not an asset, which became painfully clear the night they attended a Wall Street gala together and Daniel's rival, the ruthless hedge fund magnate Victoria Kane, cornered Amelia with a smile as sharp as the diamond choker around her neck and whispered loud enough for Daniel to hear. "Do you even know who he really is, darling? Do you know the blood on the bills he spends to impress you?" And though Daniel laughed it off in public, Amelia caught the FL.